unto her we shall return like a drop of return like a drop of rain flowing to the ocean. Welcome, everyone. Happy Mother's Day. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I want to begin by acknowledging that we are on the unceded ancestral lands of the first people of Seattle, the Duwamish people, past and present, and we honor with gratitude the land itself and the Duwamish tribe. Mother's Day is an especially good time to attend Gaia's temple, not only because Mercury goes direct later this evening, yay, at 8:17 p.m., but who's counting? But because here is where we worship the goddess, the great mother, including the feminine in each and every one of us. Here is where we tend to our hearts and our souls in sacred space and conscious community. I'm Reverend Judith Laxer, and I'm so honored that you've chosen to spend an hour or so of your time here with me and this loving community in Gaia's temple. So I'm going to invite Karina up to make some announcements for us now, because that's what we do. Because we have announcements to make.
Can I move this down a little bit, Pam? Okay. Just a tiny bit. There we go. Can you hear me? Excellent. Well, first, as a reminder, for those of you here in the congregation, if you have your cell phone with you, if you could just take it out right now, just make sure it's on silent so that we are not disturbed during the service. And thank you so much for that. Secondly, please partake of our Mother's Day bouquet and plant sale happening today if you haven't already. Our previous board member, Stina Brown, has lovingly crafted all of these bouquets for us, and so please make sure that you check them out after our service today. This summer, we'll be hosting an online auction as a fundraiser for Gaia's Temple. It will run from July 17th to August 1st. In preparation for it, we are seeking donations of high-quality goods and services. So if you have something that fits that description and would like to donate, please contact Reverend Judith ASAP and let her know. It can be a service you provide, or maybe you procure a gift certificate to a nice restaurant, or an item that is cool, groovy, and valuable that you are ready to part with. Because the auction is online, we require that our donors arrange for delivery of the item they donate with the winning bidder. Thank you in advance for supporting the financial health of our beloved ministry. We are also working to rebuild attendance of our services again so that we can sustain ourselves with ease. So if you're watching virtually and are able to attend in person, perhaps next month you will. If you're already here, yahoo, and thank you for showing up on this beautiful summer day. Maybe next month you might bring some friends to accompany you or share about us on social media platforms to help stir the energy about us out there. Thank you so much. And speaking of social media, remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Facebook and Instagram. And then lastly, please join us for fellowship after the service. All right, I think that's it.
Thank you so much, Karina. Thank you, thank you. Okay, so now I'm going to invite Pamela Gerke up to lead us in singing Sacred Pleasure by Shauna Carroll, which we've sung here many times before, and we're going to do it again. Take it away, Pam.
All right, so there's two major parts, and I'm going to teach you both parts, and then we'll start one half of the congregation, one part, and then Judith, you could lead the other half, and we kind of just go from there. The first one is, I am the goddess, I am
The mother.
the mother, all acts of love and pleasure are my ritual. I am the goddess, I am the mother. All acts of love and pleasure are my ritual. I am the goddess, I am the mother. All acts of love and pleasure are my... One more time. I am the goddess, I am the mother. All acts of love and pleasure are my ritual. Okay, that's one part. The other part is sacred pleasure, pleasures, sacred. Sacred pleasure, pleasure sacred. Sacred pleasure, pleasure sacred. Okay, so those are the two parts, and we'll start with I am the goddess, and then when I wave at you, come in on the sacred pleasure part. Ready, go. I am the goddess, I am the mother. All acts of love and pleasure are my ritual. I am the goddess, I am the mother. All acts of love and pleasure are my ritual.
Sacred
the goddess, I am the mother. All acts of love and pleasure are my ritual. I am the goddess, I am the mother. All acts of love and pleasure are my ritual. I am the goddess, I am the mother. All acts of love and pleasure are my ritual. I am the goddess, I am the mother. All acts of love and pleasure are my ritual. I am the goddess, I am the mother. All acts of love and pleasure are my ritual. I am the goddess, I am the mother. All acts of love and pleasure are my... One more time. I am the goddess, I am the mother. All acts of love and pleasure are my ritual.
Yay! Hey, Karina, would you do me a favor and bring me a glass of water? Thank you so much. All right, now that we've got the energy moving in the room, let's create a more formal sacred space. So if you would, close your eyes, go within. Let's take a nice deep breath. Take a moment now and call all the pieces and parts of you home to you. So any part of you that is anywhere else, distracted by life, projected into your future, stuck somewhere in your past, gently ask all the pieces and parts of you to come home so that you can be here now. And breathe into that presence. And as you exhale, begin to ground yourself to the earth now by imagining a line of energy that extends from the base of your spine, reaching downward into the earth. Down from your spine, down through the seat that you are seated in, down through the floor, the foundation of the building, deep into our Mother Earth. Imagine now that your line of energy extends all the way down, dropping deep inside the earth. And follow it in your mind's eye as your grounding cord goes deep, deeper, even more deep. And when it reaches where it needs to go, then send out smaller little branches, reaching out, taking hold. Feel your connection to the great and beautiful Mother. And now imagine that all of your roots, the main taproot and all the smaller little branches become porous and start to drink the energy of Mother Earth into them and upward, knowing that what you're drawing in from her is her nourishment, her sustenance, her beauty, and most importantly, her unconditional love. Draw all that up inside your roots. Draw it up, up, up. Let it transfer over into your spine. Keep drawing her all the way up till she reaches your heart. And when she arrives there, breathe deeply to make more room. And let the energy of Mother Earth rest there in your heart. Good. And leaving her there now, look to the heavens and find the moon. She is waning today, and she is in the sign of Pisces. So draw that intuitive, sensitive, emotional moon down through the heavens. Imagine the silvery light pouring from the heavens down through your crown, through your face, your head, your neck, all the way down into your heart. And when she arrives there, breathe deeply once more to make more room, so that now the moon and the earth are there in your heart. Look to the heavens once more and find the sun now. He is in Taurus, earthy, grounded, and sensual. And draw that Taurus sun down now, golden, warming clearly on this very warm, beautiful summer day. And feel those radiant beams of light enter down through your head and draw him down into your heart as well. And when he arrives there, once more breathe deeply. Good. Now in a moment, I'm going to ask us to take a deep collective breath, and this time on the exhale, imagine that you can use your exhalation to push these three cosmic energies of earth, moon, and sun straight forward outside of your body. Well, imagine it swirling all around, creating our safe and sacred space. So here we go. Deep breath. And out it goes. In this way, we say we have stepped between the worlds. And what is between the worlds is not affected by the worlds, but can heal and transform. And so we say, our circle is cast in perfect love and perfect trust. Blessed be. All right, so we are going to sing in the elements as Pam lights the candles for us. And we start with the earth in the north. Spirits of the earth, carry me. Spirits of the earth, carry me home. Spirits of the earth, carry me home to my heart. And to air in the east. Spirits of the air, carry me. Spirits of the air, carry me home. Spirits of the air, carry me home to my heart. And to fire in the south. Spirits of the fire, carry me. Spirits of the fire, carry me home. Spirits of the fire, carry me home to my heart. And to water in the west. Spirits of the water, carry me. Spirits of the water, carry me home. Spirits of the water, carry me home to my heart. And to spirit of the center. Spirits of the center, carry me. Spirits of the center, carry me home. Spirits of the center, carry me home to my heart. Thank you, Pam. All right, we'll have the invocation up here next. We can all read it together in unison. 1 second, here it comes. It's coming any second now. There it is. Here we go. Great Mother Gaia, you who are the ground of our being, be with us. One more time. Great Mother Gaia, you who are the ground of our being, be with us. From whose womb all life flows, be with us. From whose breasts all are nurtured, Be with us. You bestow the pleasures of nature. Be with us. Today we seek to mother you. Mother, be with us. To reciprocate for all you give. Be with us. To show our love for you. Be with us. For we are never separate. Be with us. We gather on this fine day to be in your presence. Be with us, and blessed be. So let's take a moment now and think about our mothers. And I know that this can be complicated because not everyone has a good relationship with their mother or had a good relationship with our mother. Our relationships with mother is primal and can go in all kinds of different directions. But one thing our mother did for us, no matter what else she did or didn't do, was give us life. We are here because she was. So let's take a moment now and just tune into our birth mother, whether we knew her or not, whether we liked her or not, whether we miss her or not, whether we love her or not. And just lift our hearts in gratitude for the fact that she gave us life. So we'll just take a moment of silence to thank our mothers for our lives. Blessed be. All right, so this is where we usually say hello to each other. We meet and greet, we stand up, we shake hands. There's not many of us, shouldn't take very long. Stand on up and say hello, greet one another. Hello there, hello, shake hands. Lovely to see you. Happy Mother's Day. Excellent. Lovely, lovely. Yay. All right, well, this is where do we have any Tauruses in the room today? Anybody born at the time of Taurus? No Tauruses? Oh, my goodness. Well, we're going to sing anyway because we don't have to make the thing, but we're going to sing it anyway. When You're Magic. Here we go. These are to all the Tauruses we know, whether they're here or not. When you're magic, anything can happen. We're making the bridge anyway, we don't care. Listen to the music, call your name, you know who we are. Believe in magic, let it carry you to wonders near and far. Love is magic, love is true, love is who you are. When you're magic, anything can happen. When you're magic, you're a shining star. Listen to the moonlight, call your name, you know who you are. Yay, well, happy birthday, wherever you Tauruses might be. So on the Wheel of the Year, we are just past Beltane, and thank you to everyone who came to our Beltane celebration, which was lovely, by the way. And we are on our way toward Letha, the summer solstice. Now, this particular eighth on the Wheel of the Year is the time when the days are growing toward their longest. The days will still be long following the summer solstice, especially for that next eighth of the year, they'll be the same length. However, this is the waxing time of the solar year. The days are still growing longer. And so if you are one who practices the art of magic, now is the time of the solar year to cast those spells for your highest and holiest dreams. Not to mention, Jupiter will enter the sign of Taurus this coming Tuesday and will remain there until next May 25th of 2024. Astrologer Chani Nicholas tells us Jupiter is the fairy godmother of the cosmos. Known by the ancients as the Great Benefic, Jupiter is associated with everything expansive. Think abundance, growth, wealth, optimism, generosity, wisdom, and faith. Because the planet of plenty has the power to seriously uplevel our lives, Jupiter is one to watch. Now, the planet Jupiter, because it is so grand, amplifies whatever it touches, and that's probably because of its size. Jupiter is almost twice the size of all the other planets in our solar system combined. Yeah, exactly. It's really big. And it transits through each sign for about a year. So every 12 years it comes back around. And now in Taurus, the fixed Earth sign asks us to slow down, to spend some leisure time, to enjoy the finer things in life. Taurus is a very sensuous sign, so the Beltane season, of course, sensuality is the order of the day, and this is the time to do so. And it's so easy to do so when the world is flowering and it's so beautiful out there. So Jupiter in Taurus asks us to create beauty in this world with longevity in mind, creating beauty for the long term, to take time to smell the roses, to take time to prepare a delicious meal, to drop the hurry, 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 and deepen our appreciation of all of Earth's treasures and see how long we can make them last. We are also so used to measuring the seasons by the weather, but just as I always remind us, the seasons must be measured by the length of daylight, especially during our era of erratic climate change. The weather can be doing all kinds of things. Here it is, mid-May, and it feels like it's July and August. But we can still rely, at least so far, on the light and track the actual seasons by the light. Last night, it was 9 p.m. and still twilight, as opposed to that 4 p.m. of what happens in the winter. So make sure you notice how long the days are now. Notice that, so that when winter comes again, because it's going to, you might not feel so cheated, because you will remember the beauty of these long days. Like go outside after dinner again, take another walk, do one more garden chore, relish the light while it is still waxing. So here we are on Mother's Day. I just love that Gaia's temple always falls on Mother's Day. I didn't plan it that way, it was a happy accident. Because we are all about honoring the great Mother Goddess in Gaia's temple. Many moons ago when I was thinking about what to call this ministry, I thought, well, maybe it should be Temple of Demeter, because how that Demeter Persephone story lives in my heart and my bones, and I tell it every year. And then I thought, wait a minute, I dedicated myself to the goddess Hecate, so maybe it should be Hecate's temple. But then I realized that I didn't want to limit our worship to just one goddess. After all, there are so many. Why must a girl choose? I thought. We shouldn't have to. So I ended up calling this ministry Gaia's Temple, because Gaia, although still a Greek name, is the name for the earth herself, the great mother, the mother of us all. And by all, I mean the flora, the fauna, the fungi, the minerals. All beings on this planet are born from this planet. I loved what Priestess Yesha Matthews said in Gaia's Temple last month, that the goddess is the ground of our being. Such a simple statement, but really one that is worth contemplation, that she, the divine feminine, the great mother goddess, is just that, a great mother. We've all heard the expression womb to tomb, but when you really think about it, it means more than just referring to our relatively short lives on this planet. It's that we come into being from her body, and we return to her body when we are finished with being. Her body is our body. Our body is her body. We emerge from her and we surcease to her. Surcease. New word for me. Come to an end means when something surceases. We arise from Gaia, we are an emanation of her, and then when our lives are through, we return to her and our form changes once more. I was working out in the compost in my garden recently. I'm in love with my compost. There are 3 sections of my compost, three piles: fresh, cooked, and then sifted and ready to go. The first pile is where all the kitchen scraps and the lawn clippings and the leaves go. And once they're about halfway broken down, I move it to the center pile, and the worms finish the job there. Then the third section has a screen cover so that the finished compost can be sifted through before it's planting. And when it falls in there, it is just delicious. It's brown and silky, and it smells so good. And I'll tell you, it is work sifting out that fresh soil. It is work. Scraping back and forth over the screen, shovelful by shovelful. But it's good work. It's kind of trance-inducing, right? Back and forth, back and forth. And I found myself reflecting on some very profound thoughts as I work in the compost. A common thing for me to have profound thoughts in the garden. So as I worked, I began to marvel really at how the scraps, the refuse, the things we consider spent and no longer useful or wanted, are placed here for the worms to feast on and transform into something gardeners call black gold. The finished soil is a beautiful, deep brown that looks almost black, and it is so sweet-smelling. It's another sensuous treat. When I have a fresh pile finished and waiting to be used, I just want to dive in there and take a nap. Soon enough. But even more than the fact of this transformation, on this day as I worked the compost, my mind rested on how generous Mother Earth is with us, how she morphs to fill our needs, how her nature is always to give, always giving us something. Even in the seasons of dormancy, she gives us time for rest. And my heart just about burst with gratitude as my soul recognized this deep connection to the Great Mother again, and that no matter how old I get, I will always be her child. No matter how old we get, we will always need the comfort of sweet maternal love. It's not only for children. The child within us will always need their mommy. That day I found mommy in the compost. But every day we are gifted with the love of the Great Mother. Nature is maternal, which means she can also be sometimes fierce and dangerous. It's true. But one way or another, the Great Mother, as the good earth, gives us all that we need. Now, over the years, I've talked about Mother's Day from many different perspectives here in Gaia's Temple. Its historical origin as an anti-war activism, our relationships with our mothers, the ones we celebrate, the ones that need healing, the mothers we miss and the mothers we ran from, the kind of mothers we want to become or we want to be. How precious and valuable the feminine principles of magnetism and inclusion and unconditional love are, and of course, how worship of the goddess will bring the balance back that supports the necessary healing and restoration of our weary world. We must remember that when we worship the goddess, we are returning to an ancient practice. We're not making it up. We're going back to how it once was. So I've talked about how important and wise and worthy elder women are as well, truly grand mothers. And if we listen closely, she will offer us her timeless wisdom. And so Pam, let's sing about that, shall we? So we're going to sing the verses, and then the chorus, we have a slide for the chorus, and you can all join in. I'm sure you've heard this song before, and if not, it's easy enough to catch on. There it is. Do we have mountains?
Yes, we have mountains.
Okay, good.
Right.
Okay. I hear the voice of my grandmother calling me. I hear the voice of my grandmother call. She says, wake up, wake up, children, wake up, wake up. Listen, 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 listen.
May the rivers all run wild. May the mountains go unspoiled. May the air be clean. May the trees grow strong. May there be love for every woman and child. May there be love for every woman and man. May there be love for every being in the wild. I hear the voice of my grandmother calling me. I hear the voice of my grandmother call. She says, stand in your power, woman, stand in your power. Listen, 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 listen. May the rivers all run wild. May the mountains go unspoiled. May the air be clean. May the trees grow strong. May there be love for every woman and child. May there be love for every woman and man. May there be love for every being in the wild. I hear the call of my grandmother calling me. I hear the voice of my grandmother call. She says, teach and share power, crone. Teach and share wisdom. Listen, 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 listen. May the rivers all run wild. May the mountains go unspoiled. May the air be clean. May the trees grow strong. May there be love for every woman and child. May there be love for every woman and man. May there be love for every being in the wild. I hear the voice of my grandmother calling me. I hear the voice of my grandmother call. She says, wake up, children, wake up, wake up. Listen, 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 listen. May the rivers all run wild. May the mountains go unspoiled. May the air be clean. May the trees grow strong. May there be love for every woman and child. May there be love for every woman and man. May there be love for every being in the wild. Thank you. Thank you, Pam. So today, I want to focus a little bit more on the kind of mothers we can be, rather than the kind of mothers we have or have had. Because I believe that each of us, regardless of our gender identity, can mother, just as I believe each of us can father, but that's for next month. Each of us can mother as a verb. And specifically, I want to focus today on how we can and why we should mother the earth herself. I don't know, something about that compost pile, something about how even in her scraps, they are so precious, and how no matter what phase she's in, she is still giving. You know, the reciprocity of it all. It elicited in me a great desire to give back, to offer up, to make the effort. Mother Earth's love and loving is unconditional. It is her nature to be the ground of being from which
all is created, and from which all is provided for, as I've said again and again, and from which all are tended to. Mother Nature provides everything we need, our food, our shelter, our clothing. She provides a feast for our senses, diversity and delight. Her seasons turn, and each season brings gifts. We who walk the wheel of the year in our spiritual practice, we know this. And we don't have to look very far to see how precarious things are on planet Earth these days, and that's because we have taken great advantage of her for far too long. We have taken and taken and taken and taken, with no regard to sustainability. Well, maybe we haven't here in this room, but we sure have benefited from the systems that do, much like the reckoning of white supremacy in this country right now, and at long last. White people might not behave in racist ways, but we surely benefit from living in the system of white supremacy. At some point, and this is the woke part, when we wake up to what we have been asleep at the wheel about, we must examine our privilege, note our behaviors, and make the changes necessary to course correct. Some might say it's too late in the game, so why bother? But I say it's never too late to do the right thing. What is the right thing for Mother Earth? That's the question. Not for us, but for her. How do we best mother our great mother? Well, I have a few suggestions, as I'm sure you can imagine. We can think of all the things our mothers or mother figures did for us when we were children who needed care. First, we were fed. Mother Earth is the one who produces food for us, but perhaps we can be more mindful about how that food is produced. Was it grown sustainably? And if not, might we make a choice about how we feed ourselves, knowing and remembering that we are eating what grew out of that compost? Food's a big issue. A significant way we can also mother the earth is to really take a look at what we throw away. Where is away anyway? There is no away. It's all here. Just as the scraps we considered garbage become food for worms and then soil, so everything we toss in our garbage can goes somewhere. And most of it does not go into the organic compost piles like the one I have in my garden. Just think about plastic. Oh, the plastic. Never to go away, always here, floating on our oceans, clogging our landfills, and the beat goes on. Last year I joined a local company called Ridwell. You might have heard of it. They provide cloth bags in which you place all the plastic wrapping from the goods that you buy, the ones that our regular recycling doesn't take. And then you put the little bag in a little metal box that they provide outside your front door, and every other week they come in and they pick it up, and they repurpose the plastic to make building material, which is very clever and very wise. In each pickup, you also have the option to put burned out light bulbs or used batteries or any clothing you'd like that you're ready to give up into these individual cloth bags, and you put it in the bin. And each pickup, they also have a featured item that you can put in the bin, like old cell phones and electronic devices or eyeglasses you don't use anymore, or empty prescription bottles. I mean, all the stuff that we just toss in the garbage, and they repurpose it. And they have reported that millions of tons of plastic have been kept out of the oceans since the Ridwell inception. And it feels so good to be making the relatively little effort to participate in this. So that's just another example of how we can care and mother Mother Earth. Now, if you garden like me, don't use chemicals or pesticides. For thousands of years, we managed to grow our food without poisoning it first. And the thing is, when you remember that we are not separate from the mother, her body is our body is hers. If you eat what you grow, and you grow with chemicals, you are poisoning yourself. If we make the effort to reduce and reuse and recycle, like the saying goes, then we are mothering the earth. And because we are not separate from the earth, we are thereby mothering ourselves. You might choose to get involved in policy making about the care of the environment, or you might donate to causes that do, because putting our money where our mouth is keeps us in integrity. Now, children like actual children, whose psyches have not yet matured, are by nature self-centered. Excuse me. Not in an egoic way, as in I'm the only one that matters or I'm the one that matters most, but in the way of all innocence. They just don't yet know any better. Their world is just from their perspective out. But once we do grow up and understand that not only aren't we the center of everything, but our lives are best lived in service to the greater good, then it's crucial that our actions align with that knowing. And it's not just a sign of our maturity, it's a sign of our caring. It's a way we mother. So those are a few practical suggestions, but there's something more that we can do to mother the world, which is to pay attention, like a good mother does with her children. A mother will notice when her kid looks flushed or is cranky for no reason and surmise that her child is not feeling well. She will take the appropriate actions. She'll notice when her kid is eating too much sugar and will replace some of it with healthy fruit. She will notice when her kid comes home from making mud pies and will provide a bath for their health and safety. She will notice when they get injured and will get out the Band-Aid and kiss the boo-boo to make it better. So we can do the same sort of things for the earth. We can take appropriate actions and replace unhealthy habits. We can heal her injuries. We can deeply listen to the voice of nature, protect what is left of her wildness, plant some trees to replace the incessant and too frequent logging. We can pay attention to what's going on around us in nature, make better choices about where and how we spend our hard-earned money. We can send her our energy filled with love and let her know on a psycho-spiritual level that we know and we love her. So if you would, take a moment now, close your eyes and go within. Reconnect to your grounding cord that we set down at the beginning of the service today, and breathe deeply. And then bring your attention to your third eye in the center of your forehead. Imagine it like an actual eye, just like your other two. Then go ahead and open it up and look out through it into your imagination and find yourself sitting out in nature on a lovely day, like today. Maybe you're in a lovely meadow of wildflowers, or the clean scented woods, or beside a babbling brook, or enjoying the vista from high up on a mountain. Wherever it is that you are, it's beautiful. And you are comfortable here. There's nowhere else to be and nothing else to be doing. Notice now that you feel that sense of inner peace that only nature can provide. So take a moment now to feel this peacefulness surrounded by the beauty of our great mother. And as you feel this peacefulness, you remember that it's Mother's Day and you wish to mother the world. Now, many of us already do a great deal of healing as we parent our own children, right? We get to give our children what we didn't have, and that is healing. Or we protect and safeguard our children from things that our parents didn't do with us, and that is healing. But even if you did not become a biological parent, mothering the world is an opportunity to participate in the healing that's so crucial in our era. So tune in now to your grounding cord and imagine now that it's like an umbilical cord connecting you to the Great Mother. If she was pregnant with you, you would receive your nourishment from her this way. But today, because you've already been born into this body and into this life, your grounding cord is now the umbilicus through which you can receive her communication. And so, from your heart, ask her what she wishes you to do for her healing. Ask her, how can you mother her? What mothering does she need? And take a moment now and listen to what she says. Listen to how she answers you. take another deep breath. And remember what she asked of you. You may not yet know how to do what she asked of you, but do remember whatever it was she said for future planning and action and analysis. And because you want so much to mother her today on Mother's Day, rather than take more from her, gather your love of the earth in your heart now, and then use your next breath to send that love from your heart down your spine, down your grounding cord, and send all of your love down through it. Feel your love enter Mother Earth this way. And then gently bring yourself back to this sanctuary. And when you feel ready, open your eyes. This love of the earth, our love, along with listening to and complying with her wishes, is how we worship the goddess. This is goddess worship. Sometimes there's a specific goddess that you form a relationship with and put on your altar and engage in a certain way. But that's not the only way to engage in goddess worship. Taking care of the earth is how we engage in goddess worship. So on Mother's Day, we honor all of the women in Gaia's temple. As you can see, I was very enthusiastic by thinking that we would have 36 women here, all who would receive a rose. And I'm so happy that we can return to our tradition of gifting all the women here today with a red rose, which is a symbol of our love and our respect for you. And so what we always do is we have a processional. We ask all the women to come up, and I'm going to hand you a rose. I might even hand you two, since we have so many. And I will remind you that there are thorns on the stem, so be careful. Take them rather gingerly. And then as we do this processional, we sing another of Shauna Carroll's songs called Every Woman, and the words will be up there on your, we're going to magically have those words. We're going to start singing the song, and then once the song gets going, Pam is going to lead us, and you come on up, women, and get your rose. Here we go.
Every woman is a flower, and she offers the sweetest nectar. Every woman is a river, and her sweet love ends all thirst. You don't have to steal it.
Happy Mother's Day.
You don't have to own it. You don't have to
Happy
take
Mother's
it.
Day. You're first.
You don't have to buy it. It's a gift.
Happy Mother's
Freely
Day.
given.
You're welcome.
All you gotta do is honor it.
Happy Mother's Day.
Just honor her. Every woman
Wait.
is a mountain.
Happy Mother's
Lay
Day.
your head down
and
seek
take your
rest.
rest. Happy Mother's Day.
Every woman is a fire.
Happy Mother's Day.
She will answer all your desires. You don't
Happy
have to
Mother's
steal
Day.
it.
Watch the thorns. Don't hurt yourself.
You don't have to own it.
You got them?
You don't have to take it.
There you go.
You don't have to buy it.
Happy Mother's Day.
It's a gift freely given.
Happy
All
Mother's
you gotta
Day.
do is honor it. Just honor
Happy
her.
Mother's Day.
Every woman is the goddess embodied, a sacred vessel of divine love. And you don't have to steal it. You don't have to own it. You don't have to take it. You don't have to buy it. It's a gift, freely given. All you gotta do is honor it. Just honor her. Every woman is a flower, and she offers the sweetest nectar. Every woman is a river, and her sweet love ends all thirst. You don't have to steal it. You don't have to own it. You don't have to buy it. You don't have to buy it. It's a gift, freely given. All you gotta do is honor it. Just honor her. Sweeter than honey when you honor her. Just honor her. Flows so freely when you honor her. Just honor her. Just honor her.
Yay, thank you so much. Hey, Maya, would you come up here one more time, please, and give these to your mama for us? Oh, did you get one? All right, we're good to go. So I'm going to ask all the women here to please stand as you are able to receive a blessing here today in Gaia's temple. Women, may you feel loved beyond measure today. May you be reminded of your worth, your value, by the care and love you receive, not only today, but especially today. May you feel our gratitude for the gifts that you bring to the world. May the mothering you do of your children, of your community, of the world, bring deep soul satisfaction and the legacy of healing. My love and gratitude to you on this very fine day. Blessed be. So this is where we open up our floor for community prayers. If you have a prayer that you would like to offer, feel free to speak it out loud and clear so we can all hear what we're praying for. When you're finished, say blessed be so we know you're done, and we'll move on to the next person. Does anyone have a prayer they'd like to begin with?
I'd like prayers for me and my brother, my baby brother, Carl. Might remember, I told you he had a heart transplant last summer. The heart's doing great, but his kidneys got trashed in the whole process. So we're looking at me giving him one of my kidneys. So we're in the process. So your prayers for really easy and speedy process through the medical system and a healthy surgery. Hopefully will happen this summer. Thank you.
Blessed be.
I'd like to say a prayer of gratitude. After some anxiety and searching, my family has finally secured housing for when we move to Boston.
Woo-hoo!
We signed the lease last week, and so let us journey on smoothly and happily when we go there at the end of June and through July.
Blessed be.
I'd like to offer a prayer of gratitude for my ex-wife Khadija, who died 2 years ago today. It's her celebration, the anniversary of her death. She's still so much in my heart.
Blessed be.
I'd like to say a prayer of gratitude, thanks, and also a prayer for the well-being and continuance of Gaia's temple and all that you have offered through the years and can continue to offer. And I know we're all praying harder and harder to keep up all the different commitments that we've had over the years. That's been true for me especially for a few years. But
Thank you.
And I just, again, thank you so much for your presence at Patty's remembrance and everything that all of you have been. Guys, may guys still be loved, continue on and find just the right way to be.
Thank you. Blessed be.
My name's Peggy. I go to Shoreline Unitarian Universalist Church here, and I was a friend of Patty's Aiden's, and it's so good to see some faces here. And I'd like to give a prayer offering for my friend Joanna, who was like a mother for me for a good part of my teen years, and she's been diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, and we're just lucky to have every day with her at this time. So for Joanna and her
Blessed be.
Prayer of consolation. We understand that this earth has all we need. She's fully capable of sustaining us. We're fully capable of being brothers and sisters in loving community on this earth.
Blessed be.
Blessed be. May all our prayers, spoken and unspoken, be heard and answered. Blessed be. All right, so we are going to pass the love offering baskets now for your generous donations. Thank you in advance for all that you offer up and give to this ministry. Just to let you know also that we tithe 10% of whatever comes into our love offering baskets to other organizations in alignment with who we are, other nonprofits. Today we're going to be tithing to Planned Parenthood for all the obvious reasons, but specifically because they are the health centers that will keep working to ensure that we have access to the healthcare services, education, and access that we need to control our own bodies, our own lives, and our own futures. And we will be donating specifically to the Planned Parenthood in Seattle, so the locals will get our little boost here. So I'm going to pass this out, and Pam, can you come and take these and pass one on each side? Thank you so much. And we sing, of course we sing as we give. Thank you, Mother, for your gifts of love today. Thank you, Mother, we are following your way. Thank you, Mother, for your gifts of love today. Thank you, Mother, we are following your way. Thank you, Mother, for your gifts of love today. Thank you, Mother, we are following your way. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you. So since I'm thanking everybody, I have some thank yous to offer up. And the first one is to Stina Brown, who just came up here with these love offering baskets, for making all of those beautiful bouquets out there. And hopefully you will go home with one. Thank you so much for all of your support and artistry and talent and time and all the good things that you bring to us. We're so grateful. Our talent here today, I want to thank Pamela Gerke for leading our songs and singing along with me. On piano, Kathy Sestrat. My fabulous board of directors who do everything for Gaia's Temple, and the tech team back there. Mwah! Thank you so much. Love you and thank you so much. I have a closing thought today. It's a wonderful poem by Rebecca Myers, and it's called A Perfect Mother. Exactly. Maybe your mother was the perfect mother. Maybe she carried you, bled for you, sang to you, smiled at you, nurtured you, and marveled in you. Maybe she understood your essence and was patient and let you unfold in your own time and in your own way, honoring the heart of you all the while. Maybe your mother cared for you, Maybe she was there for you, long past childhood days. Maybe your mother worked for you, cooked for you, sewed for you. Maybe your mother listened to you. Maybe she held space for you. Maybe your mother laughed with you, played with you, stayed with you through all your years. Maybe your mother protected you. But maybe she neglected you, rejected you. Maybe she abandoned you, hard-handed you, betrayed you, flayed you. Maybe your mother couldn't mother. Maybe your mother forgot you, low interest, grew cold. Maybe she never really loved you. Maybe you were just her duty for a little while. Maybe your mother did the best she could with what she had. Maybe she was sick or sad. Maybe her mother was bitter or bad and hurt her in her deepest parts. Now, maybe you are a mother. Maybe you are a perfect mother. Maybe you pour abundant love into your daughters and your sons. Maybe you delight in them. Maybe you struggle. Maybe you feel exhausted, resentful, lost, and unseen. Maybe you feel nothing. Maybe you're just surviving. Maybe you're not a mother, but you long to be a mother. Maybe you mother others. Maybe you don't want to be a mother. We'll never be a mother. Yet, we all need a mother. Yes, we do. And maybe there is a perfect mother just for you. She is the mother of your mother and your mother's mother, as far back as the eye can see, or the mind can know, or the soul can feel, to the first mother. Lie on the grass and feel her heart. You were formed of her earth. You come from her waters. Her winds kiss your cheek eternally. Her rains cry with you when you cry and wash your wounds. She will heal you, nourish you, wait for you. She will give you beauty, give you joy, give you new life again and again. She will always be there to unfold you in her embrace when at last you return to the earth. Maybe you have the perfect mother. Blessed be. All right, we'll release the directions now. If you'll come up and blow out the candles for us. Thank you, Mother, for the earth that is your body. Thank you, Mother, for the earth that is your body. Thank you, Mother, for the earth that is your body. Thank you, Mother, for your love. Thank you, Mother, for your love. Thank you, Mother, for the air that is your sweet breath. Thank you, Mother, for the air that is your sweet breath. Thank you, Mother, for the air that is your sweet breath. Thank you, Mother, for your love. Thank you, Mother, for your love. Thank you, Mother, for the fire of your spirit. Thank you, Mother, for the fire of your spirit. Thank you, Mother, for the fire of your spirit. Thank you, Mother, for your love. Thank you, Mother, for your love. Thank you, Mother, for the waters of your sacred womb. Thank you, Mother, for the waters of your sacred womb. Thank you, Mother, for the waters of your sacred womb. Thank you, Mother, for your love. Thank you, Mother, for your love. Thank you, sky. Thank you, ground. Thank you, Mother, won't you spin me around? Thank you, sky. Thank you, ground. Thank you, Mother, won't you spin me around? Thank you, sky. Thank you, ground. Spin me around. Thank you, sky. Thank you, ground. Thank you, Mother, won't you spin me around? Thank you, Mother, for your love. 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 Thank you so much. Let's make one big circle around the room. Well, maybe we'll make a medium-sized circle around the room. We'll make as big a circle as we can make together. And we'll sing our final song. Come on and join hands. The circle is open and unbroken. May the love of the goddess go in our hearts. Merry meet and merry part, and merry meet again. Blessed be, blessed be, blessed be. Happy Mother's Day, everyone. Hope you'll stay for some fellowship and hang out for a little while. Thank you so much.